They said Prince Obi was born with a smile brighter than morning light. From the day he entered the world, the whole kingdom of Umuoko rejoiced. The king danced, the queen wept with joy, and the people sang his name in the marketplace. Obi grew into a handsome, kind boy with gentle hands and a soft heart. He fed hungry children, played with goats in the palace yard, and never walked past anyone without greeting them. But the older he became, the stranger one thing grew: his fear of nightfall. Whenever the sun began to sink behind the hills, Obi would grow tense, jumpy, and restless. He would beg the palace guards to lock all the gates. He would run to his mother's room and whisper, "Please, keep a lamp burning. I don't like the dark." The queen did not understand. The king did not understand. Even the royal healer said nothing was wrong. But in Obi's eyes, something dark lived. Something unknown. Something waiting. No one knew that the prince carried a secret older than the kingdom itself. A secret that would break his life open on one terrible night. On Obi's 15th birthday, an old woman came to the palace gate. Her back was bent like a bow, her hair gray like harmattan dust. She insisted she must see the king. When the guards brought her in, she looked at the king and queen with trembling lips. "You must keep the prince away from the moon," she said, "especially the full moon." The queen gasped. "What do you mean?" The old woman pointed at Obi. "His true nature sleeps inside him, but when the moon is full, it wakes." The king grew angry. "What nature? What are you saying about my son?" But the woman shook her head sadly. "Ask the river, ask the wind, ask the forest. They all know the course that follows your bloodline." Before they could stop her, she vanished as if she had walked into empty air. The royal court trembled with fear, but Obi only stood quietly, staring at the floor. Because deep inside him, he knew the woman had spoken the truth. He had felt something strange for years, something hot, something wild, something like claws inside his chest. But he hid it until the night he no longer could. The next full moon came too quickly, a bright round moon that looked like an eye watching the world. The palace was restless, guards were doubled, gates were locked, priests prayed loudly. The queen held Obi's hand so tightly her fingers shook. "Stay with me," she whispered. "You will be safe." But Obi felt fire growing in his blood. His heartbeat pounded like drums, his vision blurred, his skin itched, his breath came fast. "Mother," he whispered, "it's happening." Before she could answer, he let out a cry so loud it shook the lamps in the room. His back arched, his teeth sharpened, his nails grew long, his skin darkened like storm clouds. "Obi," she screamed, "Obi, fight it!" But he couldn't. The prince fell to the ground, twisting, shaking, choking on his own breath, and then he changed. Not into a lion, not into a wolf, not into any known animal. He became a creature with glowing yellow eyes, sharp horns, dark fur, and a voice that growled like thunder. A beast that looked at his own parents and did not know them. A beast that roared so loud that the birds fled the forest. A beast that had once been their son. The guards tried to hold him. They could not. He broke iron chains like dry sticks. He pushed stone pillars aside as if they were feathers. The entire palace ran for their lives. The king, trembling like a leaf, ordered, "Find someone, anyone who can save my son." But every healer, every priest, every wise man came and left shaking their heads. Some were too afraid to even enter the palace. Some fainted when they heard the beast growl. Others ran after seeing his glowing eyes. The queen cried until her voice broke. "Obi, please, come back to me." But the beast only stared, confused, wild, lost. No one could save him. Just when the kingdom thought all hope was gone, a young girl named Adaora came forward. She was only 13, small, quiet, and unnoticed by most people. But she carried a calabash tied with red cloth. "I can help him," she said calmly. The king looked at her with disbelief. "You, even the priests have failed." Adaora nodded. "My grandmother told me stories. She said the prince is not cursed, he is claimed." "Claimed by what?" the queen cried. Adaora stepped forward. "By the spirit of anger." The king frowned. "Anger?" "Yes," she said. "Long ago, one of your ancestors wronged a powerful spirit. Since then, every few generations, the spirit captures a royal child. Only one thing can break the claim." "And what is that?" the queen asked. Adaora lifted her calabash. "Inside this is something stronger than anger." "What?" "Forgiveness." The king and queen stared at her in shock. But Adaora did not wait. She walked straight into the dark room where the beast was locked. Everyone held their breath. The beast growled when Adaora entered. Its eyes glowed. Its claws scratched the ground. But Adaora did not fear. She opened the calabash. A warm, soft light filled the room, a gentle light that smelled like morning dew and hope. The beast roared. It shook. It clawed the floor. But Adaora spoke softly. "Obi, it's not your fault. You don't have to fight. Just let go. Let go of the anger that never belonged to you." The beast froze. Something in her voice reached the real Obi inside. Something touched him deeper than magic. He stopped growling. He blinked. A tear, one clear tear, fell from his glowing eye. Adaora stepped closer and touched his fur. "Come back." The beast let out one final cry, a cry of pain, sorrow, fear, and longing. And then his body began to change back. The horns faded. The claws shrank. The fur melted into skin. Slowly, painfully, the prince returned. Obi collapsed on the floor, weak and trembling. The queen rushed forward and held him tightly. "My son, my son." Obi looked up with tired eyes. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I didn't want to frighten anyone." The kingdom wept with joy. From that day onward, Obi learned to control the anger inside him. He grew wiser, calmer, and kinder than ever before. Adaora became his closest friend. The kingdom honored her bravery. And the story of the prince who turned into a beast spread far and wide. Not to frighten children, but to teach a truth the old often forget. Anger can make a beast of anyone, but forgiveness can turn any beast back into a human. And so the people of Umuoko always remembered the day the king's son turned into a beast, and the simple heart of a young girl saved him when no one else could. Please let us know where you are watching from. Leave a comment below. We love to hear from you. Please like the video and share with your family and friends. Please also click the subscribe button so we can bring more videos to you. Thanks for being part of us.